Bum, ba, 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 na, 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 na. Ba, 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 na. Do you know what song that is?
The one that you're singing right now?
Dude, that's sad. This is what I gotta deal with.
Oh my god.
No idea what song that was.
Los Tres Caballeros. Timón y Pumbaa.
I'm just waiting for someone to chime in what it was. Yeah.
What up, guys?
How's everybody doing?
From Super DNF. Here you go.
Evening. Hey guys. Hey guys. Hi guys. Oh, this thing's just cranking by.
Hi from Phoenix.
What's up?
They seem
What's up?
smaller.
What's up? Who seems smaller?
They comments.
I don't know. Couldn't tell you. Hey, how's it going? Oh man, Massachusetts. Yep. 32. Ooh, you all win. And that was the Star Wars themes. Yes.
Star Wars?
Yeah.
Oh,
Star
I'm
Wars.
not a fan, so
You die. Just fall off the world.
that's fine.
What's up? Bobby. See? This is what I'm talking about, Bobby. This is what I gotta deal with. Bobby knew what it was. He hears in his head.
Everybody know what it was.
Of course everybody knows
Right
what
there.
it was. Everyone
You
is
see?
human.
I'm
It's
not.
Star Wars.
I'm not. Just a short Mexican over here.
Trying to make his way through the
Trying
world.
to make this word, yeah, whatever
Puerto
it is.
Rico. Hi from beautiful South Carolina. Theme song from Star Wars. I know, right? 57 in Denver. Oh my gosh. What's up, San Diego?
Cold in
Central
PA.
Ohio. Bet you it's
Ooh.
cold there.
Ooh.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Scott, my heart goes out to you. You
UK.
might need the blood.
Holy moly.
I'm back. Is
You
the
win.
Zen piece gonna be 4 volt soon? Maybe. I mean, I'd be happy if it was available. Been trying to get in touch with you about a build my wife's sound system. Really? I made a ton of calls last week. Might have been one that somebody didn't answer. Probably later this week I'll be making some more. Good morning from Australia.
Hey.
AVDC, Australia. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Cold in PA, I betcha.
Pretty sure.
Come on, Fernando. You work with a guy. Yeah, I know. It's sad.
What does that mean?
Yeah, I know. Space nails. I like space balls. Hold on. Let's get through here.
La Guerra de las Galaxias.
Is that Star Wars?
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Hey, from Washington, Colton 55.
Oh, wow. Looks like Tassie. No, seriously.
I know he does. What's up, guys?
What's up, guys?
Hey, guys, 67 Nebraska. See, that's warmer. Nope. No, that's all you, Ken.
Not even
cool.
that.
34 in Central Ohio. Man. You guys done any golf cart installs? Not in a long time. It's weird.
You
I
ever
know.
done that?
Yeah,
I
of
never done
course.
that.
But not in a long time. I mean, it's not to say we wouldn't. I'm down.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, why not? Hey, Dean and Fernando, how far in advance do you have to call to make an appointment to have a complete stereo done by you guys?
A complete stereo.
As much time as you can give us, and
2 months.
yeah, I mean,
A month and a half, a month.
yeah.
Depends.
Yeah,
like,
it just depends. And then it also depends on, like, if you need a specific day. So that's really where it gets kind of
See,
weird.
I don't like that. I need it,
I
but this
understand.
day is just not.
Well, no, I know, but I'm just like, if they need, like, a Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, or if they need, like, a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, or if they
Right.
need, like, a Friday, Saturday, or Monday, you know, all that kind of stuff. So,
Mm.
ludicrous speed, right? I know. 41 in Chicago.
Ooh, camping. Oh, they're camping.
Yeah,
Outside of
yeah,
Orlando,
they're
very
camping.
nice.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
cold.
yeah, I know, right? Yeah. Then the new, I'm assuming the new camper too. Maybe? Yeah. I don't know.
No, I mean, yeah, why not?
I know. Well, I mean, if they got it yet, I mean, you know. It's,
Well, I'm pretty sure they got it because they camping.
well, they
outside.
had it. It's not like they didn't have a trailer before. This is Sue's father, by the way.
Yeah,
We're
yeah,
just having Bobby. You know. Anyways,
35.
in Delaware, I'm thinking of upgrading my 02 20 250 B&O with the Zen A to B. Is the procedure still the same as yet? It's exactly the same. Exactly the same.
Yeah.
Yes.
Same thing.
Everything we've done and showed you how to do. 34 degrees in Flint. I love your airport. It's such a fun little airport.
Flint? Where is Flint?
Yeah, Michigan.
Okay.
It's cold degrees Celsius here in Norway. Oh my God.
That is nice. I like that.
I would love to go to Norway. That's on my bucket list. Like, if I would rather go to Norway than to like most other countries. I just think I'd have fun there.
I don't think so. No, Alfredo. In the top, right in the bottom. Go down. No.
Oh, right here?
Yeah.
Would you be testing F1 status? Only if they send it to us, and I probably don't think they want to send it to us.
I just want to touch it.
That's what she said.
Yeah.
What's up from New Orleans? Any Cyber Monday audio deals? Not that I pay attention to.
I mean they have it, but
sure,
you just gotta go online and find it.
I'm sure it's the same like Down for Sound, CT Sound, Scar Audio, those guys.
No, Steve has some deals or something like that.
Sure.
Yeah.
Your honest opinion on the Renault Maxima 602 V2s. Best budget components to build system around. I listen to a lot of urban jazz, but listen to rock hip hop as well. Using DSR1, full active.
Rock crossovers for the tweeters.
Gosh, off the top of my head, I thought it was like 24?
It's 22.
22?
It's 22.
Yes, definitely.
Definitely,
Dude,
they are really nice.
It's our new
jazz and
go-to.
everything.
Gotta be honest, it's our new go-to. I mean, we sell a lot of them now, just because. I mean, it's just because we didn't know they existed before.
Yeah.
I feel terrible that we didn't, but no, it's definitely we've a lot of speakers have just kind of moved out of the way for these. So.
And like you say, for the best budget.
And don't take my word for it. Hi-Fi even bought a set, and he likes it.
Oh, really?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
Very nice.
Yes, it would be... Let the pros answer.
There you go. Answer.
I got nothing. Oh, my gosh.
Oh.
Hold on. Movie theater popcorn or Disneyland popcorn? Disneyland popcorn. All right.
Oh,
wow. Scandinavian countries are a great place to visit.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I'm with you there.
Ooh, Mr. Jamil.
Ooh, Sexy Beast hitting
That's
the gym.
right.
Hey, guys. Hope you guys still doing
Get it,
well.
man.
No, we are doing great. Thank you for
Doing
asking. And I'm sorry to hear that, the Lambo...
Hey, he's going to buy a new one.
I know.
It's okay.
Just breaks my heart. For those of you that are up in Georgia...
In Georgia, yes.
You might want to check out Traffic
Traffic
Jams. Also, head up their website. They make some really nice boxes. And make
They do
biscuit work.
Cool work.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
great guys.
Georgia,
Love hanging out with those
Georgia
guys.
area.
Hopefully, I hope. Are you guys gonna go to Vegas next
I think
year?
so. I think
I
they
hope
go.
so. I'd love to hang out with them. We had a blast hanging out with them.
Yeah. Any 5-star on Mondays. Yes.
No. Paul, no, there is no 5-star Cyber Monday deals. I mean, it's...
No, it's nothing.
And if there is, I have no idea what Paul does over there. Every time, we used to do...
We try.
Do you remember the 12 Days of Christmas we used to do?
Yeah. Oh,
so
that was funny.
Years ago, we would do like silly 12 Days of Christmas things to try to get more business for Paul. We'd put on hats and helmets, and I'd do voices, and we'd be like, "Hey, y'all, what's going on? Welcome to 5-star." Yeah, okay. And it was a great time had by me.
Yeah, pretty much.
And but it was always like trying to get Paul to come up with stuff that people wanted, and it was like he sucked at it. So that's why we just stopped doing it, because it was like he didn't take it seriously, and it was like, forget this. I'm not gonna waste my time. Alpine PXE-X09. Oh wait, hold on. Ooh.
The new PXE or the 0850X?
Okay, if you need power, obviously the X has the 8 channels of 25. If you're just looking for a badass DSP, then the X09, which is that's the beast.
Go up.
Hold on.
Right there.
Yes.
Audio control. Yeah.
Okay, what am I going to?
Fast rings on the back of the speaker were soaking wet after rain. It is not normal. It is that normal, or probably a problem in the doors.
Well, all doors get water inside of them.
Yeah.
But I mean, like even here, they never get soaking wet. I mean,
No.
That's an obscene amount of water.
Yeah.
If they're getting that drenched, because basically that means the water is coming inside of the door and just smashing onto there. But if they're soaking wet, that means that your speaker is more than likely dry, because they're sucking all that up and keeping it away from the speaker. So that's a good thing. That means all that water was staying off of the speaker.
If the speaker is fine.
So, need to go down the RCA rabbit hole for the best ones. Ooh. Man. Okay, so we use Stinger. by no means are those the only RCAs out there. They are twisted pairs, all of them. They are directional, and the reason why they are directional is not because there's any form of magic copper or anything like that. They're directional because they have a noise drain wire that goes from the source back.
Yeah.
So all of their RCAs have that from the 4000 series up. That's why they are directional. Because I know every time we talk about anybody talks about directional RCAs, like, oh my god, and it's like, no, it's because there's a drain wire. If you were to cut the ends and meter, you'd have continuity in one end. It wouldn't, everything, one wouldn't, because it doesn't connect through to the RCA. Anyways, we use a ton of 4000 series RCAs. It's our kind of go-to, easy to install, convenient RCA. We've used them in everything we've done, but they make more expensive RCAs. I personally like the blue series, what are those, 6000s?
Mm-hmm.
I like those. Those are really nice because you can pull them apart. I'm not a fan of the 8000s because it's one solid braided wire, and I don't. They're great cables, but they annoy me because I don't like I don't like that one piece. And then you have the 9000, which is the same basic build as the 8000, but a 2-channel RCA has as much stuff inside of it as a 6-channel RCA. So there's way more stuff going on in there. If you're looking for the best for car, the 9000 has the most noise rejection you're going to find, as well as also the most amount of signal from point A to point B. But there again, you kind of, when buying an RCA, regardless of what you go with, doesn't matter to me, but kind of put it in what you're using. So for example, if you go buy a, say, $200 amplifier, you're not buying a 9000 series RCA. The resolution isn't going to be there. The 4000 RCA will be fine. Even if you get like a $7,000 or $8,000 amplifier with a DSP built into it, more than likely the 4000 series will work. But if you want something better, head up for the 6000. And there again, that's just my take on it. Do with it as you will. Go with God and have fun. Hold on. What does it say here? Which audio control app would you put in if your amp, I'm guessing amp, if you're going to put 3-way in front, 2-way in back, and subwoofer? It's easy. I would do a DM810 as my DSP processor. I would go with the LC 61200, and then I would go with the sub amp. It'd either be a LC 1.800 or an LC 1500, and I'd just get an ACM 2.300 for the rear. However, I would also put a change on that depending on what I'm doing for the subwoofer. So I could just do an LC 61200 and an LC 4.800 if I'm just doing, like, let's say, small subwoofer. Because that'll be 10 channels also.
Yes.
God likes 9000 series. Yes, he does, because
I like that one.
He can hear the mouses talking.
Ooh,
yes.
Yeah, that's for sure. I like that one.
Well, let's go with God.
That was good.
Thanks, Dean. Right now I'm using Alt DD Audio. DD Audio Build Your Own. Was looking at the 6000. Now, I like those DD Audio Build Your Owns. I really wanted to get my hands on those, but when I called them, they were very rude, and I was just like, all right, I don't want to deal with you guys anymore. But, I mean, to me, they, like, when I got to play with them at Knowledge Fest, I really liked them, and I didn't actually ever get a chance to hear them. I mean, but they're really nice. I mean, I like the idea behind them because you can cut them to fit and all that other fun stuff. You know what we forgot to do? Before we get too far into this rabbit hole here, we need to congratulate the person in the 12 Volt Clean Wire Club. For those of you guys that don't know, we have the Facebook page called the 12 Volt Clean Wire Club, and every week Fernando scours that page for someone he thinks did a really nice job that week and posted pictures. And this week we have this gem right here.
Mr. Matthew.
Mr. Matthew put up this. This is the Morel 5 channel.
Yeah.
And what we have is some nice Stinger ferrules. For those of you guys didn't know, Stinger actually makes ferrules, and you can buy them, and they come with the heat shrink.
Yes, yes they did.
This is the 5 channel, so this is an AB class 4 channel with a class D sub channel. He's obviously doing some Morel speakers in there as well. Looks really nice. all zip tied up, equally spaced out. Good job. I like it. Nice, simple. Got an plastic amp rack. Pretty cool. Good job.
Very nice.
If you'd like to be considered for the 12 Volt Clean Water Club Picture of the Week, just
make your video.
Do something.
I know that's another one.
Hi, I'm Jeff Smith, and I'd like to thank you.
Yeah.
All right, how many of you guys didn't see the Jeff Smith video? Why? It's entertaining.
That's very good.
I'm not searching for accolades. Running the Sound Digital 3K in my 2008 Yukon. If you had to choose one, would you go high output alternator or 2 AGM batteries? So you have a Yukon, which means that they make that's like one of the vehicles that everybody makes an alternator, double alternator packet, or big alternator for. Personally, if it was me, I would do a high output alternator and a second battery.
So you do both.
You really got to do both. I mean, but if we're like, hey, there's only so much money in the tree, then I would probably do the battery, because it's a 2008 and eventually the alternator is going to die anyways, and then you can just swap it out then, and like your woman wouldn't kill you, because like I had to buy a new alternator anyways. But yeah, the nice thing is you could fit the second battery, should be able to fit up underneath the hood. So you can do dual batteries up underneath the hood.
That's later.
Which is really nice. Yeah. So there you go. And Chris agrees. Both. Yeah, I'm with you on that. You could also do...
Stop it. That's Jeff.
No. It had nothing to do with me getting it for free. I actually wanted to buy it from them, and I asked, and they were like, they're very short. I was like, hey, who do I need to talk to purchase some of this stuff? It even started out this way. Hey, I'm looking to buy some of this. I don't ever ask for anything for free. If it comes that way, great, but no. And let's be honest, some RCAs, really?
Just go to the website, man.
Yeah. Jeff was very entertaining. Jeff is on point right now. Jeff's just at a good point in his life.
Go up. Somebody asked about...
It's at like 1,300 views, man. All right. What are we looking at?
Go up. Right there. 3 ways Audio Frog versus Kenwood XR.
And then I think the next question is they started talking about is GS or GB. And that's kind of where the question would go, is that like GS or GB. And then we're talking over here about
GB,
GBs.
of course, that's totally different. Animal.
Then you're going to go with the GBs, because that's really not even a question.
Yeah.
The GS was designed as a more affordable alternative style speaker, just like the Kenwood. They're in the same ballpark, but the GBs are not. The GB is a much more elevated quality speaker. So if you're in the market and you can afford the GBs, please buy the GBs. You'll be way happier. Thoughts on underhood lithium batteries? I am not a battery expert. I'm just going to start with that. Jeff has a lithium battery underneath the hood of his car, but I'm pretty sure he's going to tell you he's not a battery expert either. If you want to know about batteries, and I said this Saturday and I'll say it again, if you didn't catch last week's Kicker En Masse Live where they had the excess power guys on, you might want to speed through and like two times fast, like watch that. Because when they were talking, they were doing a great job of kind of like talking about myths and dispelling them. I'd love to get those guys on the shows and just like do a whole battery show like they did, just let them talk. And personally, to me, it just reaffirmed, if you have any questions about batteries, dude, call the excess power guys. Holy crap. Like, that's what they do. Let's leave it for them.
Right there.
Click it.
The big one right there. There you go.
I have been in electronics for 30 years in the South African Police Service. Your videos inspire me to get back into car audio, and in the process of opening a high-end car audio shop called the 12 Volt Rock Shop. I like the name. I also bought the R-Type Alpines on your recommendation. So amazing that I have become an Alpine retailer. You're welcome. That's great. Thank you for the inspiration. It almost felt like my career was dead. I have new life in my electronics career, and I absolutely love it.
Like
you know
that,
what?
man.
That just makes my day. It really does.
Dude, that's what I clicked it for because I read it. I'm like,
thank
dude,
you
man.
thank you for that. I mean, this is the stuff that really.
Was
This is
the goal.
the stuff that gets us excited about doing this, and you know, because you can turn it off.
Yeah.
Obviously, doing this is
that was the purpose
sometimes
of
a
the
thankless
channel.
job.
Of the channel and do all
Yeah.
the stuff to make, you know,
We love it, therefore we want you know, everyone that loves it to come along for the ride and have a good fun.
Yeah.
So definitely, Jeff's excess power is good stuff. But thank you so much for those kind words. Dude, that makes my day. 100%.
Anti-gravity
in my car.
But that's what it is. I think
That's the hair
what it
gel.
goes.
That's the hair gel.
It is?
It's the hair gel. Yeah, because you know you've seen all the hair he has. It's got like a fro or something going on.
Yes.
Excess power is good stuff. They are,
Yeah.
and they're, dude. I'm telling you, man. I was blown away by those guys talking about the. I mean, I was. I kind of want to go back. I wish I could download and just edit out everything, but except for when they talked, because it seemed like every time they opened their mind or opened their mouths, it was just like. They just had awesome stuff to say. And they answered a lot of questions that people have asked us that I honestly don't have the answers for because I'm not a battery guy. And that was like, can you run an AGM and a lithium? And they were like, yeah. I was like, well, there we go. Simple enough. I mean, they casually said, Morel Maximus on sale. Oh, nice.
All right.
Your thoughts, Audio Frog 6x9 components or 8-inch for mid-bass in front doors, 2000 RAM. I am prepared to fab the mounting adapters. Here's what I'll tell you about that 8-inch when that came out. That is an 8-inch mid-bass that needs to have, it needs to be part of a 3-way set. So they really don't want you to run it as like an 8-inch and a tweeter. There's going to be some gapping there, whereas the 6x9 was designed to be run as a 6x9 and paired with a tweeter. So if you're going to do the 3-way set, like you have the you know this mid bass, the mid range, and the tweeter in that location, then by all means do it. If you don't have that, then save the energy because for one, it's going to be really freaking hard. Like fitting that 8 in there is going to suck, big time, because that's a fully molded plastic door panel that you're going to have to cut the shit out of to fit it in there, and it ain't going to sound good without having the mid-range and tweeter in there. So if you're ready to fab the whole thing, go for it. Do a 3-way set. You'll probably be happy.
There you go. I was looking for anti-gravity. That's
No, that's the name of his battery that he has in there. He
That's
has
what
the
I say.
anti-gravity. I liked. So the thing that
It's
kind
not
of
the gel that he uses.
yeah. So the it's the gel that he uses. It makes his hair. I like that because it had you can get it with a jump box built into it.
Yeah.
To me, that is just priceless.
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh no, it's very pricey.
No, yes, it is very pricey. See, my problem is, this is my problem. I want all this cool stuff. Like when I was watching the Excess and they were talking about
For free?
like, no, shut up. No, so like the batteries, like when they were talking about their batteries lasting 10 years, I was like, dude, I just want one of those. The problem I have is that my battery has always just died. Meaning like it works one day and then it's dead the next day. And I gotta go buy a battery. So I can't, like...
Just like the speakers on the Chevy.
Yeah, but you can still start your car. Camera. What dash kit would you use?
2014 Camry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Or American International. I think the Camry kit, I'm going with the Metra. Seeing where fitment is not good from the pictures. Oh, man. All right, you're going to make me look this up. All right, hold on. Let me get this model number.
Yeah.
99-8...
2.
3. Oh, 828232.
32. B.
B. B for black.
Wow.
Ooh, that one, huh? Yeah.
I thought the American International was better than the...
No, because I think... Honestly, I think they both suck.
Hang on.
If memory serves. You know who made a nice one? I think Skosh made that kit.
Yes, they did.
I think Skosh made that kit.
Yeah,
and
don't say nothing to Jeff.
The Jeff knows. Give me a break. Hold on. Let me...
I got the other one.
Oh, you got the other one?
Yeah. Yeah.
Just go to images. Just go to image. Right there. That word. Yep. That's image.
Yeah.
See if Skosh makes the kit. Let's end it there. Because I think Skosh makes it and it has the 2 little silver trims on it. They might still make that. If they do, buy that one. All right. Does the 2014 Chevy Impala have an amp already in it? It's a possibility it may. If you pulled the radio out of the dash, then an easy way to test to see if there is a amplifier in there or not is we can assume if we unplug the factory radio, there should be a straight line between the radio and the speaker. If not, there's an amplifier in there. If I take a 9-volt, small 9-volt battery, small, not a drill battery, a small 9-volt. Okay, you could probably do it with like a AA, but you're gonna really have to listen. 9 volts better. And if you tap that 9-volt to the speaker wires, all right, and you hear a tick, that's telling you that there's no amplifier between the speaker and between the speaker and the radio. If you don't hear that tick, then that's telling you there's something between the two, typically an amplifier, and yes, you're going to need to go find it and bypass it. You going to Skosh?
I'm in Skosh. What year is the Toyota?
2014 Camry. Okay. Thanks. We'll be running a 3-way. There you go. There you go. But keep in mind that GB60, like we did a set of GB60s, not in the Ram, we did them in the Porsche, but GB60s are still like a phenomenal speaker. So, but if you're willing to go full crazy, full ham on that thing for that 8-inch to get in there, for one, send me a picture. I'd love to see what it looks like when it's done. Dean, can you use one 0 gauge going to distribution block and have 0 gauge and 4 gauge going out to amps? Of course you can.
No, Skosh doesn't make it.
Skosh doesn't make it anymore? Ah, sorry, no Skosh kit.
No Skosh kit, man.
Yeah, the
sorry.
fitment on both kind of sucks. Not gonna lie. Yes, you can do that. We do it all the time.
Oh, hang on.
What am I hanging on to?
TA.
Someone put it up there?
Yeah.
Oh, TA 211. Just go to the internet.
Well, I'm in the website.
Yeah, but the website sucks. As you can see, the website still sucks. Anyways, yes, you can do the 0 gauge and 4 gauge. Typically, we'll use, in the past we've used a Stinger. Stinger makes these cool T-blocks, which you've seen when we do like the audio control. So you bring 0 gauge in, 0 gauge will pass through, and then you can do like a 4 gauge up through the top, which is kind of cool. But yeah, it just comes down to how much current draw you have. So as long as the 0 gauge, when you use your wire calculator, as long as the 0 gauge is big enough to power safely both pieces of equipment, then yes, you can. Where you can is if, let's say, you need a 0 gauge because this has like 300 amps of current draw and this has 100 amps of current draw, which is 400 amps of current draw. It's like, nah, then that would be a bad idea. So, yeah, you'd have to check. Hold on. Let me do this. So we'll go to here real quick. So here is your power wire calculator. So if you look at like 0 gauge is good for 16 to 19 feet is good for 300 amps of current. So as long as you're under that 300 amps of current, then that'd be your maximum amount you'd want to draw on that. And there again, yeah, so 16 to 19 feet, 0 gauge, 300 amps. Not bad. So hopefully that'll get you where you need to be.
All right.
My cousin is thinking of doing full system, and I told him about y'all. He wanted to know which hits harder and deeper. Rockford Punch 15 P3s or Kicker L7Q class 15s. This is going to come down to a power thing. Both of them are going to hit very deep bass. The Q class is going to handle more power and is built bigger. So they're not apples to apple comparison. So in that comparison, I'm thinking if you're powering the Q class, meaning both things create equal, the P3s have the power they need, the Q class has the power they need, I'm going to go Q class. If you're trying to compare the two, you need to move up into the Rockford Power Series, woofers because the Power Series woofers are going to be comparable to the Q-Class woofers. That's going to get you into the cast aluminum basket and the higher power handling. But for the two you've asked, the Q-Class is going to be your bigger, badder thing. Running the same exact power in a properly deadened door, would I hear a significant difference between Mille Pros and KRX2s? The sound signature is totally different. Like, they're totally different. Would you hear a difference? Yeah, because they don't sound anything alike. Hertz speakers and Focal speakers are, like, not the same. So would you hear the difference? Yes, because they sound different. The fact that you have a properly dampened door and mounted brackets and all that stuff is just going to allow you to experience them the best that they can, but they sound nothing alike. So yeah, they will sound different. The Rockford video, right now we're shooting, as long as the approval comes in, which I'm told I should get approval. I have to call tomorrow. We're hoping to release on Wednesday, and if all goes according to plan, then we will be releasing on Wednesday, and that'll be the only video you get this week because it's an hour and a half long. We want to make sure everyone gets time to watch it because it's a pretty awesome video. And then also Wednesday, just so you guys know, Master Tech Expo News. Join us Wednesday, December 1st at 6:30 Eastern Standard Time. Our guest will be Brian Schmidt from Mobile Solutions. We'll be doing arts and crafts. Come learn with us. That's right. That's this Wednesday, December 1st. He's promised to do some fun stuff that you guys are really going to like. So we'll also hear more about the Tech Expo that's coming up, so we're pretty excited.
Yes.
I want to build a kick-ass Alpine Type R demo car. Do you recommend my Lexus ES, Mercedes E Class, or BMW 5 Series? I'm leaning towards the Lexus. I would lean towards the Lexus too, mainly because in the Lexus you're probably going to be able to get bigger speakers that will actually Alpine R-Types are going to make. I think in the Mercedes and the BMW you're going to have a hard time trying to fit a 6.5 in there.
Sure.
So the Lexus is definitely going to be a more better application, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm thinking, yeah, I would definitely do the Lexus.
That's
Because
for sure.
BMW has the little 5s, and then the Mercedes, who knows?
Yeah, 4-inch.
Any different release date on the Micro Epicenter? Epicenter Micro, actually. No, we do not have a nailed down date yet, other than this month of December.
In the end of the month. In the end of the December.
We're hoping before Christmas. That's all I can. That's all. We know it's going to be $249.99, but other than that, we're still, because the shipping companies, they all suck, man. I mean, but don't worry. As soon as we know, you'll know. How much would it be to have you guys make 5x7 6.5 speaker brackets for a '97 Ford Ranger? It's not a matter. It's just a matter of we just don't have time. You know, I have no idea.
Yeah.
I have no idea. That was a bad question to click on.
I mean,
I know.
That's
Thank
it.
you. No, there's plenty. Scroll up. Yeah, this Coach Kid has been discontinued, huh?
Yeah,
Oh, that
that's
sucks.
it.
Any room recommendation for 2 3/4 inch speakers? I mean, we've talked about the Audio Frogs tonight. Morel makes 2 different sets. If you're looking for affordable, you have the... Here's the thing I'm going to say about the 2 3/4 inch speakers. You have to be real careful and find... it's almost like you have to spend a decent amount of money to get a set that doesn't suck. Recently we've played with some and they sucked. They sucked bad. They needed a tweeter or something fierce. So if you're looking to just do the 2 3/4 without a tweeter, you're probably going to be disappointed. Because they just don't. Some of them are really lackluster. Kind of disappointing for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah?
pretty much.
All right.
Yeah, that's
All right.
it.
Let's call it a night. Hit out early.
What are you going to talk about? How was your weekend?
Weekend was wonderful.
Yeah, what did you do?
I don't know. I put up Christmas lights.
Ah.
2 a.m. here, perfect beach weather outside East London, South Africa.
Yeah.
I love Florida in the winter from Chicago, but it's still humid as hell, and you sweat balls. Actually, it's not so, like, it gets so dry here. It's kind of ridiculous. Like,
Yeah.
Ugh. All right, let's see what we got here. Yeah, it's definitely not. Anything you personally want from Santa this year?
No. No,
I mean,
I want nothing.
I wish Santa could.
I got everything.
I wish they could bring us time. I mean, like more time, like free time. That's really about it.
No.
I need to get a stubby antenna for the back of my car, and I need a new grill. I need a new grill for my car because I hate the factory one, and I need a stubby antenna.
Okay.
And I think I'll be kind of happy.
Make sure that the aliens who watches this. So.
Now, opinions on the Sound Digital 8K Evo X. I mean, we have the 3, which is there, and we have, is that the 5? That might be the 5. We have the 5 and we have the 3.
Prototypes. They are the prototypes.
But we still have them. They take 12 points. They work at 12.6 volts. They don't like 4 volts of input. If you're using that because it's 8K, and you're trying to get 8K out of it, you might want to go up to the bigger one. If you're using it because you really want it for the headroom, like when we had Mel on and he was talking like he's got the big sucker and he really only uses it for like 1,000 watts, which is silly. I mean, more than likely like 4K or 5K would make sense. You're gonna love the amplifier. All those amplifiers are basically, you know, it's when you get in there and you just pretend like the gain is a gain. It's not. It's a volume knob. On those, typically the gain is a volume knob. So if you can keep the gain down as low as possible, you'll have a much more pleasant experience. But no, they put out a ton of power, man. They put out a ton of power. Dean, I was wondering why you couldn't do a how-to-tune car series, but set it up like you do 5 minutes with 5 stars, since those are also about an hour and a half long. You could do the tune series and put them together that way. I mean, it's not a bad idea. It's just a matter of, yeah. I mean, the tune thing is something we've always kind of wanted to do. It's just a matter of, it's one of those things where it creates more questions. I kind of like doing stuff where we have a final answer at the end of the video, and then it just opens up. I don't know. The easiest answer for that is I don't know. I mean, we could. Personally, I'd like to break it into multiple segments, like do this first, and once you've done that, watch this. And once you've done that, watch this. And once you've done that, watch this. Instead of just trying to do like 1 hour long thing. But, yeah. Hi, I'll just buy the metric. I would like some speed wire from Santa. No one imports it. Really?
Oh, wow.
Wow, that's crazy.
That is crazy. Yeah.
I asked for 3. I hope I get them.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah. Since the 1057 XR is sold out, how would the 8600 NX still laggy? Your thoughts? I don't think it's laggy. I mean, it would work. Yeah. You could do the web browser that's on it. That's kind of cool. You know, I was thinking about that the other day, like the big difference between, like Kenwood puts sound quality into their units and like that kind of functionality, whereas Pioneer doesn't. They put a web browser on it. So, I think that's cool. Apart from the UI and a DSP, since most use similar internals, are there any quality differences in outputs? Since most use similar internals, that's not true. Most of them do not use similar internals at all. They may use the same like DSP chip, but even that's no. But there again, when it comes to DSP, whatever you decide to buy, there are good DSPs, there are bad DSPs, and there's great DSPs. The UI is what you see when you look at a DSP. If that doesn't make sense to you, then it doesn't matter how good or bad the DSP is, you're not going to be able to use it. So start with the UI and find one that makes sense to you. Know that aside from the DSR1 at $240, $269, I think it is, if you can find them, there's very few DSPs at that price point that don't suck for less than $500. You know.
Yeah.
How to do the T-harness.
So like what and how to do a T-harness?
So clearly they don't make one. We did the search on Instagram for that. So what we would do is if they don't make one, then we do it our own. So we would unclip the amplifier, we'd pull the wire down as far as we could, so we've exposed as much of that as we needed. And then we would integrate into it. So that's going to involve cutting the harness. Sometimes we'd solder on new plugs that we could just reattach if we need to at a later date. But that's going to be, you know, the easiest way. If you buy a harness that you buy the male and female harness for, you can solder that harness in and then just put a male and female in the car, plug them back together so you can go back to factory and unplug them and plug male and females into there and have your own harness. So that's one of those is going to be the easiest way to do that. Or I mean that's really about it. Is that your final answer? Yeah, I'm gonna go with that.
Yes.
That's my final answer. Have you done an install on a 19 Kia Sportage? What speakers did you use? Honestly, I don't even remember what speakers we used. I mean, that's kind of a vague question. I mean,
yeah.
Why does it matter what speakers we used for that? We sold that customer those speakers. Those are the speakers that they either A, could afford, or B, when we talked to them, that was what they wanted. The real question you should be asking yourself is, what speakers do you want? When buying speakers, I often recommend start with the tweeter. What type of tweeter do you like? So because that's the most important thing. That's, you know, some people like a really bright tweeter, some people don't like a really bright tweeter. There's hard dome tweeters, there's soft dome tweeters. I looked all that up when I was in there. Yeah, they don't make it. That's what we were doing on Instagram. Okay. Anyways, so figure out what type of tweeter you like, and then you can kind of go from there and figure out what you're going to want to buy for those. So, for example, like we've often used the example, Focal has a hard dome tweeter, which is bright, gives you that like really excited tweeter sound. And on the opposite side of that, there's like a Morel that has a soft dome tweeter, equally as loud, but not as sharp as a hard dome tweeter. So really, you kind of got to look at those two perspectives. And that's only one side of the plug, so that doesn't do anybody any good. Thanks. You're welcome. Hi, guys. Yeah, so like Fernando's looking at this piece here for the Honda, which is not a T-harness. They only make the one side, which is just the amp bypass for that particular car. This is the DSP here for that particular vehicle, but they don't have a male and female version of it because even the DSP doesn't use a male and female because there is no signal coming from the radio. It's done over a digital coax, so it's just in and out. Yeah. So that's like when we done it, it was just you gotta cut the harness. Sometimes it sucks, and sometimes it doesn't. All right. If for the wife so want a surprise, she listens to a lot of country. Ooh, country. They like a lot of treble. So if for the wife's car, which means we don't want to spend a ton of money, I would look at the Focal Integration series, which is their first tier. Comes with that nice bright metal tweeter. They're made to go into factory applications fairly easy. They make a 6.5, a 6x9, a 5 1/4, and all that. Extremely reasonably priced. She would probably like those. And you know, if you want to go something, you could also look at the Kenwood Exelon speakers. Not the XRs, just the regular Exelon. Also makes a really nice sound, and they're, again, pretty reasonable. If she likes it to where it's just yelling at her constantly, constantly, the cheapest I would look at maybe some of the Kicker CS speakers, or possibly the Rockford Punch speakers.
Yeah.
But there's some guesses. Hi, Dave.
Hey.
Hi, Fro.
Hi, Dave.
What's going on? How's everybody doing? You having fun?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
I'm trying to see.
You trying to find the speakers? It's not on that. You're on the wrong page. That's not the American site. That's the home site. What are you trying to do?
I'm pretty sure we sold the harness. You have one.
No, they don't. They don't make that harness. They do not make a T-harness for that car. It's okay, man. It's okay. Let it go. Back to the show. I got like 20 minutes of you doing this.
Yeah.
Recently, I made an ABS bracket for a light bar. Okay, so to leave it as is, or do I need to paint it? I mean, it's black. I just personally leave it black, but that's entirely up to you. Best shallow sub. Go.
Me? What? What are we doing?
We're on the show. We have this Facebook thing going on in front of us.
Yeah. No, I mean you are the pro. What would you
You're
recommend?
the pro. What would you recommend?
I mean, for me, I like the T1 shallow mount. That's
okay.
it.
Well, that's what they want to hear.
Yeah, that's it.
That's your favorite?
Yeah, that would be it.
Okay, so there you go. Fernando's going to go with the T1 shallow.
What would you do? People care what you think.
No, they care what you think, man. They want to know
What would you go?
They want to know what you like. The T1 is an exceptional shallow mount subwoofer. JL Audio makes an exceptional shallow mount.
Yeah, that one too.
And then also, there's also two others. I like the Kicker. Kicker makes two. They make the Comp RT and they make the new L7T. Both of those are phenomenal shallow mount subwoofers. The Comp RT is probably the most affordable, awesomest shallow mount. Awesomest, big word. And then Arc Audio makes a new shallow mount woofer that's really nice that we got to hear. 8 years?
Yep.
8 years, 6 days a week.
Yep.
Fight like old women. It's okay.
Yep.
That's what we do.
TW3. Yeah.
Thanks, guys, but price isn't a problem. She does enough for the kids and me.
There you go. See, you go crazy.
Yeah.
I like that.
Best shell. So okay, so we covered
Yep.
that one. Stinger SPP 680 battery recommended.
Fuse size.
Fuse size. Fuse size comes okay. When we do a dual battery system, typically what happens is you have a battery in the front of the car, comes out, fuse holder there, goes into the switching relay if necessary, if it's a system that uses a switching relay, then out back to the back of the car, another fuse holder, battery. Most of the time I just run a 100 amp fuse between those two because the main draw is going to be off of that back battery. So the system is going to draw off of that one. The fuse between those two, the main two batteries, is just there for protecting the wire. I'm going to just do a 100 amp fuse. Most I think I've ever done is maybe 150 because they had like a 150 amp alternator. But other than that, no, I try to keep it around whatever the alternator size is between the two.
That's the small one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
okay.
Because it's only there to protect the wire. It's not protecting the car, or it's not protecting the battery. If the battery decides to explode, it explodes. That's going to happen. But I'm just worried about protecting the wire as it runs through the car. Did we get that one? Yeah, okay, got that one.
Yep.
Okay.
Audio, yep.
That one's back
trying
at you again.
Trying to.
No, you're the pro.
The Test Pro?
TW3, Fernando?
Yeah, I take it. Yeah.
Ooh, probably the Hertz. Okay. Awesome SR amps versus Rockford Mini T amps. The SR amps are exceptional amplifiers. However, they're not as small as the Rockford Mini Ts. I feel if you have the room, the SRs are probably the way to go. It's a really nice, high-quality amplifier. I have a set of them sitting over here. I enjoy, one of these days, hopefully I'll get to put them in something.
I don't think so.
Probably not. But no, exceptional amplifiers. The T's, dude, that's a tool. The T stands for tool in my mind. We have a limited amount of room. Yeah. We want a lot of power. And that's really what it comes down to. So those are a amplifier we sell for a specific purpose. We have room issues. We need power. What are we gonna do? Those. Yep. That's it.
See, a lot of people like the TW3s.
I've never heard a bad one. We don't sell JL, so it's not like we have a big track record with those like we do with everything else.
That's what I'm saying. I don't have a...
The Kicker Comp RT, we sell tons and tons and tons of those, so we know how they sound, we know how they work, and they're really nice.
Yeah, I want to try a TW3.
Any RTA recommendations for DIY amateurs to use? We have a great one. It's just not available yet. But it depends what you're trying to do. Remember, there's two different types of RTAs. If you're looking for a microphone version to do audio testing, then something like an iTest mic or a U-Test mic from Audio Control, very reasonably priced. If you're looking for something a little more in depth and with explanation behind it, you might want to talk about the UMI-1 from Audio Frog. There again, great. They walk you through the process. Andy does a wonderful job over there on Audio Frog U, explaining that whole thing to you. If you're looking to do electrical, that's where it gets a little bit more tricky. We will have an RTA out to do electrical testing, hopefully by Christmas, but it's still going to be $250. So
yeah, but it's $250.
Yeah, it's $250, which is cheaper than the $650 or $800 now for a PAA-3X.
Yes.
So.
So just stay tuned for that.
Which 6.5 components do you prefer, Morel Maximus or the Audio Frog GS? Looking to warm sound tweeters.
Wow.
I'm still going Maximus.
There you go.
I'm still going Maximus. Just because I know the result. I know what we're going to get out of it.
Yeah. Okay.
I know what I'm going to get. So don't get me wrong. You're asking a question of like which one is better, and they're both great. It's just a matter of I'm going to go Maximus because I like the Morel. But I also like the Audio Frog.
Yeah.
It's a tough call. If I'm using passive crossovers on my speakers, can I still use the head unit crossover? Why do people slope the front speakers at 80 dB? It's 80 hertz, not 80 dB. All right, basics of crossovers 101. When you buy a passive crossover network that comes with a speaker, which we have right here, so when you pick up a speaker and you buy these guys right here, and it comes with these things. They do very specific things, and those things are as such. For example, this is a three-way set. This is a two-way set. This has an input for your tweeter. I'm sorry, it has an input and then it has two outputs, one for mid-range, one for tweeter. What the crossover does is it provides a bottom for the tweeter, meaning the lowest frequency that the tweeter is going to play. This has to do that, meaning the radio isn't going to cross that tweeter over at 3200 hertz or 5000 hertz or none of that. So you have to use this unless you're going to go full active, which means amplifier channel, big DSP, or active crossover system. So next thing it's going to do is on your mid-range, it is going to provide a top for the mid-range, meaning the highest frequency that mid-range can play to blend with the tweeter. What it is not going to provide is a bottom for the mid-range, meaning the lowest frequency it can play. And the reason why it's not doing that is because, one, either your radio or your amplifier is meant to provide that. So when the question is asked, do I use my radio crossover? Yes, of course you use your radio crossover. And the reason why you're crossing over at 80 hertz is because that's the normal frequency that you're wanting your mid-bass to play down to is 80 hertz. Anything less than that, more than likely you're just going to be putting a lot of heat on that speaker, which it does not need. And you're going to cross your subwoofer over at 80 hertz because it's a bigger driver and it can play that frequency better than the little tiny driver that's in your door. Let that thing do that job of that deep sounding bass coming from there, and let your mid bass play mid-range and mid-bass. So a lot of people get confused with the passive crossovers, and they'll be like, hey, you have a DSP in your car. Why do you still have passive crossovers? Because I don't have the channels in order to actively cross it over. So yes, when you buy a set of component speakers where there's a tweeter and there's a mid-range and there's a big passive crossover between the two, know that your tweeter is safe because that tweeter output is powering that, and that mid-range has a top, meaning it's made to blend with that tweeter. And that's it. That's all it does. You need that radio or that amplifier to stop that mid-range from trying to play deep bass, because that is bad.
That is totally bad.
That is totally bad. Now, it's 80 hertz. The slope is what's dB. So now you have 6, 12, or 18 dB slope. And that is, when you're adjusting on your radio, you'll see it do this and get more jacked, more straight. And that is how quick is it going to reduce the amount of sound at that 6, 12, 18, 24 dB slope down. Now, if you'd like to know more about this, we get really in depth on this thing that we normally do on this channel, but we haven't done it in a couple weeks just because we've been busy. Hopefully we'll get back to it next week or the week after, which is the fundamentals of car audio. You can find that over on Dean and Fernando's Car Stereo Clips. That is Dean and Fernando's Car Stereo Clips. We have a playlist there called Fundamentals of Car Audio. And on that, we take you through, give you nice diagrams and the whole thing to see that. So check that out. Fernando's going to try to pull it up. And you got to space it out. It's not all one word.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's a sentence.
Huh.
Okay. He'll look for that. All right, where am I at? Yeah, there we go.
There.
And then there should be, go to playlists. Yeah. All right, got it? Click on it. All right, so here we go. So this is the hit, Dean and Fernando's Car Stereo Clips. And if you go to the playlist section, you'll see this one says Fundamentals. Click on the Fundamentals. And then over here on the right, you'll see the commercial. And then all these topics are what we have. So there's an RTA topic on there to help you see the difference between RTAs. There's crossover ones, but it's a great little amp. So by amp mode, we kind of explain what that is. But yeah, so if you'd like to get deep into that, make sure you head over there and you can find out all that fun stuff. We explain what the slope is. We give you diagrams, pictures, because everybody likes pictures. All right. I'm running the GS tweeters now, and they sound great, nice and smooth.
There you go.
Well, yeah, keep them then. They're spectacular speakers. We all love them. Back to work. I gotta go. Have a great one. You too, Jason. Thanks for stopping by. All right, Morel 603 or Focal 3-way access. Which you recommend? The Morel 603s, hands down. Morel 603s. Love the way they sound. They sounded awesome. There again, if you want that brighter tweeter, go Focal, but more natural sound. They're both equally as loud. It just comes down to that tweeter. You gonna make it? You ready?
Yeah.
You sure?
Oh, totally, man.
All right. Well, guess what?
What are we doing?
It's over.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's time to end the show.
Really?
Yeah, you can go home and get a nap.
I was already sleeping, so.
I know. Don't forget, guys, Wednesday night.
Yeah.
We're going to have Brian Schmidt. So join us Wednesday night, December 1st at 6:30 Eastern Standard Time on YouTube. We will be on YouTube. Our guest, Brian Schmidt from Mobile Solutions, will be doing arts and crafts. So come learn with us. It's going to be fun, guaranteed. D&F Tool Drawer is a place you can find all the cool tools that we use for our installations and doing cool things like that. D&F Swag is a place you can go and find all your cool t-shirts and whatnot. Hoodies, lots of hoodies. Get the Car Stereo Addiction hoodie right there. That ought to be fun. And apparently one of our shirts is missing, which I'm going to have to go figure out what happened there.
That was limited edition?
It was apparently limited edition. It is gone now. So I will check out and find out why that is gone. All right, guys, that's it. Thank you for tuning in on this Monday show. You guys have a great rest of your week. Make sure you tune in on Instagram. That's at 5-Star Car Stereo on Instagram, the number 5-Star Car Stereo. We do daily 5 minutes of 5-Star. You can learn all kinds of fun stuff from there and ask questions throughout the week and just find out what's going on.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.